Welcome back, everyone. This is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, here with another hero breakdown. And this one is at the request of another user who I will tag in the description below. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to go over this hero for you. And I will go over this hero fairly quickly because it is an epic hero and not really one of the heroes that I would focus on in the long run, but I'll still give it a proper breakdown. I will do this in 4 stages. I will go over their skills, go over what they're going to be used for, their talent builds, as well as proper pairs to get the most out of this commander. And without further ado, let's get into their skills. Active skill, rage required 1000, deals 3000 damage factor to the target, and heals some lightly wounded squads for heal factor of 3000. This is fairly standard for this type of hero. Across other games, you will see other copies of this kind of character. They'll do damage and they'll heal for you. It's very effective in zombies. It's decently effective early on in the game to have a commander that can heal for this amount and still be able to deal a little bit of damage. It's actually pretty much a weakened version of Tom's, even at maxed out power, but it's not bad. 3000 damage, 3000 heal. Pretty nice. Sadly, that's where a lot of his bonuses for anything else other than zombies ends. Beyond Death increases damage dealt to zombies by 30%. This does apply to hives and any other place where zombies exist. 30% is pretty substantial. So if you're going to use him for hive rallies, great. That 30% will help. In regular zombies, if you're trying to get the next level of zombie killed, 30% definitely helps. But doesn't help you in field combat, garrison, or anything else. Third skill, increases EXP gained by squad leader and assistant by 35%. This is arguably his second best skill to me. I'll explain that. Having the ability to train other commanders without having to use your experience books is huge. I don't think there's any other commanders in the game that do this. Not even Peggy, Lee, Jaden. They all focus on dealing damage. He gives you experience just for being with him. And that can really help with leveling up some of your weaker commanders in the early game just by going out and killing zombies. To me, that is very good for a free to play player because you want to take advantage of as many bonuses as you can. And for his last skill, heals some lightly wounded units after killing zombies with a heal factor of 7000. This is his awakened skill. It's only 4500 before awakening, but that 7000 heal factor will pretty much guarantee that out in the open field killing zombies, you're not going to have any lightly wounded troops to bring home. Now, the reason I don't like this one as much as I like the experience one is simply because it only goes off of lightly wounded troops. If they are heavily wounded, it will not heal them. So all of the healing that you're doing in combat to try and keep yourself at full health, this is going to cap off at a certain point. So unless you're killing zombies that are much stronger than yourself, this is going to have very limited use, in my opinion. Because if you only have a couple hundred lightly wounded troops, it's not going to take a full 7000 heal factor to heal them. You would likely heal them on the next rage skill from Russell before you would need it for this. And his awaken skill upgrades that from 4500 to 7000. All in all, Russell makes the best on the field zombie killer in the game. Because you're going to get to a point where killing zombies is not difficult by any stretch of the imagination. The highest level you're going to run into without Island Raid right now is 25. And that's not going to be difficult for anyone to be able to kill for very long. So having someone that can give you a bit of healing and can increase the experience gained from killing a lot of zombies on the field is just a huge bonus to free to play players in trying to advance the commanders that they're going to use in other aspects of the game. I would use him for hives if you already have this maxed out, because that 30% damage buff is great. However, keep in mind you do not get experience from killing hives in the same way that you get experience from killing zombies. This doesn't boost any books or anything that you get from killing hives. It only works on open field zombies that you get experience from. There are event zombies that this also works on, but you're just primarily going to use it for killing zombies in the open world. For hives, I would keep two stronger commanders, such as maybe Catherine, who also gets her damage to zombies up to 40%. Lee also gets a pretty substantial damage to zombies buff, and he has a lot better damage output. But Russell, best open field zombie killer in the game. Pair him with a commander that you want to level up. As for talents, you really only need him at level 43 to max out his zombie killing tree. And that's primarily to make sure that you're maxing out all of the resources, all of the damage that you're going to do, and any additional healing that you can get from killing zombies. You definitely want to get spoils of battle, because if you're going to kill zombies, you need to get as much out of it as possible. And this gives you level 3 resource packs, 15 of them just for killing a zombie with Russell. Anytime you have a zombie hunter on the field, they should at least have this for free to play players, just so you can build up resources without having to spend as much time gathering as you would probably like. Killing zombies is a lot more fun than gathering. So having this will definitely cut down on the lack of resources that you're going to run into. Definitely want to pick up Perfect Policy for reduction in stamina and an additional 18% experience gained from killing zombies. This side over here is primarily for dealing damage to zombies and to hives, but definitely pick it up if you're going to use them for killing hives. After level 43, I would suggest actually coming over here into support and picking up additional rage, additional healing, and definitely get over here to surging rage so that your skills come off faster. Pick up the additional healing, and this is all assuming that you're going to use Russell as your main commander. I would not. As soon as you can get a stronger commander that runs a specific troop type, I would switch to that. But Russell will do you well for killing low-level hives early on in the game. And lastly, as far as pairs, there's no pair that doesn't work with Russell. You're going to have commanders that you're going to want to level up. And to avoid using experience books, especially early on in levels, such as like 1 to 20, you can just pop him in with Russell, go kill a few zombies, and you'll see your level jump up without ever having to touch a book. You can save the books for the 50 to 60 range when you're going to be having to pump 3.1 million experience into it, and just have Russell level up the early levels for you. And with that, I know this was kind of short. I told the person down in the description that I would make a video on Russell for him, and here it is. With that, this is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, signing off.